Hi, how are you guys doing? My name is Kellen Villalobos, former college baseball player, former college baseball coach. Today we're going to be talking about hitting. Okay, so as a hitting coach, there is three important things that I look at every single time when I get a new kid that is having problem hitting. I look at three things. I look at their feet, how they're placed, their hip, how they swing with their hip and their legs, and then lastly, I look at their arms, how they swing and how they utilize their whole body in order to swing. When swinging with your legs and your feet, I see a lot of guys that are starting that just when you step on the plate, your feet need to be at least this right foot. It needs to be facing the pitcher. I see a lot of guys that are starting that just start with the foot facing the catcher. When you're about to rotate, it takes a lot longer and it doesn't give you the power that you need for when you're about to swing. Okay, so your foot has to be completely facing the pitcher. Um, Other thing is that you need to be comfortable. You need to be not too close from the plate, not too far away from the plate. It actually depends. I always say um, touch the middle of the plate so you know where you're standing. For the most part, just have this foot facing the pitcher. This foot, there's a lot of guys that put their foot wide open. Some others put their foot closer to the plate. There's other guys like me that just stay balanced and stay just aligned towards the pitcher. It's really up to you how you feel comfortable, how you think you can see the pitch better. Because we always want to be just facing the pitcher, so you need to make sure you see that ball coming out of the hand. So it doesn't matter if you put your foot wide open, close, in the middle, as long as you feel comfortable. It's your hitting style, it's your hitting approach. So just practice it, but make sure you're not changing every single time constantly. So make sure you keep it repetitive and you do the same thing every day. Let's talk about leg kick and footwork. Okay, this is an important thing. I get this asked a lot. I get this question a lot. And footwork and leg kicks and all that good stuff. For me, for the most part, I was this type of hitter where I didn't have a big leg kick. I was just go from here to here, so I was shorter to the ball. I wasn't good timing the pitcher, so I had to keep it short, nice and easy. Um, and then for the most part, so again, this is up to you. You can do whatever you want. If you want to have that leg kick, it's up to you. If you want to have that tiptoes right there, mine, which is shorter. If you want to get your leg up here, that's up to you. It's all about timing, how you feel comfortable. Um, so, um, what might work for me, it might not work for you. So you gotta find that happy place, the happy medium where you can feel comfortable at the plate. Um, but like I say, practice it. If you're gonna practice the leg kick, make sure you practice it every day. Leg kick. Don't have two different leg kicks because it's gonna affect once you get to the plate. It's gonna affect your timing, and it's all about timing. Hitting is all about timing. When you're on the on deck circle, you need to make sure you're paying attention to the pitcher. And what I told my guys every single time, you need to pay attention to the pitcher and look. And every single time you look, okay, so I'm on the on deck circle. The pitcher is coming set, is coming to home plate, so I start. Oh, the ball is too late, I gotta start earlier. It's all about rhythm and timing. I gotta start earlier. If I'm here and the ball is not there yet, okay, I'm too early. So you gotta be able to adjust that timing and keep it together. So it's all about timing. When you're on the circle, okay, this is right. So this is what you gotta do every single time. I'm right here, and then again, I'm right. Okay. All right. So now let's talk about hips. This is an important part. I feel this is where your power comes from. You need to have a balanced swing. You need to have a strong swing. So you gotta find the happy medium there. You gotta find that balance where you have power, you have strength, but you're not out of balance. So that's one of the hardest things to do. So first thing first, now we talk about your legs, where you want to go. It doesn't matter if you spread out, if you're here, it doesn't matter. Let's talk about your hips. Hips is everything when hitting. So first thing you want to make sure is that your hands are not out here and then your hips are not rotating yet. When it comes down to hips, we want our hips to break first once you step and leave your hands back. Okay, we always want to leave your hands back, because if you're here and then your hips are not breaking yet, we got a problem, because now we're out of balance and then we don't have that strength to drive the baseball. So we need to create a balance. Okay, so first thing I say, it's just be comfortable and nice and easy. Everything's gonna be nice and easy. We need to keep it nice and easy, and as soon as you get that leg kick, that perfect timing, once you step, this left foot gotta be facing the pitcher. Okay, you see a lot of, watch video, you see a lot of major leaguers, they're already here, their hips are back, their belly button has to stay facing the plate. You can be out front, because then you're pulling everything, you're flying open, and then a slider, a cutter, outside pitch, you're gonna pull everything, ground ball to the shortstop. Okay, so we need to make sure that once we load, we get that foot down. We gotta make sure that our belly button stays facing the home plate, and we are already, our feet are facing the pitcher. Okay, but our hands are gonna be back here still. We need to make sure that our hands are back here. The next process is swinging, and those hands that are gonna come towards the ball. Okay, let's talk about hands now. We have talked about your footwork, we have talked about your hips. Now we gotta talk about this part. Okay, this is really important as well. This is how you're gonna drive the baseball, finish that follow through. This is very important right here. So now once we get that timing down, our foot just working perfectly, we get that foot down, and the first thing you gotta be paying attention is to the ball. We can't be swinging without looking at the ball. Your face, your head has to stay looking at that baseball right there, right? So once we get those arms back, now it comes down to the swing. Okay, there's a lot of how do we call it, a lot of coaches out there that are teaching swinging down, swinging up without launch angle, staying through the baseball. Me personally, again, it's whatever works best for you. Each guy, it's individual. You have to learn your swing, you have to learn how to perfect it, so that's all about you. Me personally, my swing throughout my high school career, I was taught to swing down, but I wasn't the fastest guy in baseball, so I will get a lot of ground balls. Those ground balls will become out, right? If you gotta know yourself. If you are a guy that is you're the leadoff hitter, you actually want to swing down. You want to get on base, you want to put that ball on the ground, you want to run. If you are that the cleanup hitter, third, fourth, fifth, then maybe you want to like drive the ball. You want to like line drives that eventually will become home runs, right? I don't say swing up completely, just because that's a lot of fly balls. Some of you guys don't have enough power to drive the ball out of the park, so eventually we want line drive that eventually will become home runs, right? So to me personally, I learned throughout my career, my college career, that swinging a little bit up with that plane, it's actually good, but not putting that elbow right here where you're actually gonna pop it all the time, right? Because if we are right here all the time, that high fastball, we have no chance, right? We have that curveball and we get right here, what are we gonna do? Just fly balls all the time, right? So we gotta make sure that once we get to that swing, everything's gotta be square, right? So we want that right, if you're a right-handed hitter, we want that right palm up, looking up, right? And everything square here, right? And this one is the one that is gonna direction, right? So this one is the one that, oh, it's outside pitch right there, middle part of the plate, and inside pitch in front of you, right? So we want to make sure that we're always square. The reason why I'm telling you this, I'm swinging like this, because if you are swinging like this with your palm up, if you see the home plate, you're gonna have more follow through, and the bat, the middle of the bat, this is where we want to hit the baseball, is gonna stay through the zone longer. If you pay attention, it's gonna be, we're swinging, right? And look how long it stays through the zone. So we go from the back part of the plate to the front part of the plate, and look how long it stays through the zone. And that's what we want, because maybe at the high school level you get all these fastballs, maybe sloppy curveballs, but once you get to the college level, minor league level, everything is gonna be nasty. Everything is gonna be faster. Slider, changeup, curveball. So we want to make sure that if you get, let's say you're kind of like out front a little bit, and you get that slider, since that bat is like going through the sun longer, staying through the sun longer, we have that chance to react. And maybe if you're in 2 strikes, maybe if you have 2 strikes on, you can foul it off, right? Because we want to foul that pitch off. We don't want to strike out. And that's pretty much your hands, and we're gonna talk about follow through a little bit more. Okay, last 2 things we're gonna talk, it's follow through and your head. Okay, so when you follow through down, you have that nice swing, palm up, you have that nice swing. Once you want to follow through, there's 2 types of follow through, right? There's like swinging with both hands, boom, right here, and there's that one swinging with one hand. Again, it's up to you, however you feel comfortable. Practice it every day. Me personally, I was a 2-hand guy. I didn't know how to control the one hand. I will get open, so if you can control it, it's good. It's good. If you see Javier Baez, Chris Davis, check their swing. 1-hand guys, a lot of power, creates a lot of power. If you want to have a more balanced swing, then you go with the 2 hands. I'm going to explain a little bit here. So we're going to go with 2 hands first. You stay there through the zone, and once you want that follow through, you got to finish here, and everything's got to be paying attention, right? But at the same time, we want to make sure that you're in that point of contact watching the ball, so your head stays there looking at the ball. And when you only get to see the ball is once you make contact with the ball, right? So we make contact with the ball, our head is gonna be right there. Once you make contact with the ball, then we get to look up, right? Our head can be right here looking up, and our bat is over there, because you're not gonna see that pitch, right? Our head is gotta stay in contact with that right shoulder. That's what we want. Right there, we hit it, we saw where it hit, boom, run. Okay, that's 2 hands. 1 hand, Javier Baez, Chris Davis, a lot of power. So 1 hand, you swing, the nice swing right there, and then 1 hand, it actually becomes, you let the bat go with your right hand, boom, and you finish right here, right? That's a power swing. Sometimes, like I said again, you gotta find the right balance between strength and balance, for sure. So we wanna make sure that every single time we get that follow through, it doesn't matter if it's 2 hands, 1 hand, we gotta make sure that we lock that through right there. That's what's gonna create power. That's the get follow through. If you see me here, everything is aligned. You see my ear, my shoulder, and this right knee, everything is aligned. Everything is aligned down, right? So that's what we want to create. Once you finish, after you hit the ball, and then you lock your knee, right? Right there. Now we have talked about 3 different parts of swinging, which is your footwork, your hips, your hands. That's pretty much it. If you have any questions, make sure you comment. You leave them on the comments. That's very good stuff. Like I said, just follow through, get that timing down, follow the ball every single time. Hitting, it's not thinking about mechanics. That's something you practice on your own. once you get to the game, you gotta forget about the mechanics, about the hitting. You just want to make sure that you follow that baseball, whatever it goes, outside pitch, follow it. Middle part of the plate, follow it. Inside part of the plate, follow it. Okay. Next thing, on the next video, we're gonna talk is about where we want to place the tee, how to swing at those pitches, and therefore. I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment. Anything else you want to watch next, let me know. I'm gonna be creating content weekly. We're gonna talk about situational hitting, we're gonna talk about tee, and there's a lot more coming, so make sure you stay tuned. Thank you for the support.